Head over to miniaturemarket.com where they have thousands of board games at discounted prices, and you can sign up for product alerts. Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today we're going to be at Louie the XV's final grand ball of the season, and we're going to be supplying different garments to people. We're going to be selling them to them. We're going to be renting them out to them, trying to earn prestige. Today we're taking a look at Rococo from Eagle Gryphon Games, but not just any version. This is the new and upcoming Deluxe Edition. So I'm going to give you, just since the game's been out a while, I'm just going to give you a quick 1 minute, 1.5 minute overview of how the game plays, and then I'm going to break down all the components and show you everything that comes in this game. Stay tuned. Rococo is a strategy game for 1 to 5 players where you're the owner of a tailoring business and you're trying to create different garments to earn prestige for Louie the XV's final grand ball of the season. You'll be gathering different types of thread like green and blue, and then using those along with some thread to make garments that you can either sell and make money or get points at the end of the game and rent these dresses to people in the hall, gaining special bonuses, and also trying to have a majority of your dresses here at the end of the game to get certain prestige bonuses. You'll also be funding decorations like musicians that'll get you straight points at the end of the game. Or maybe you decorate using statues, which give you points, but also extra points at the end of the game for different colored garments you have in the halls. Or maybe to the catering kitchen that gives you different bonuses each round. Or maybe for the rooftop fireworks display, tripling the amount of points it's worth if you can spend the money. You'll also be hiring workers as cards that you'll be playing throughout the game. Each of these giving you different things like any thread or some money, in addition to all the major actions in the game. And some actions are restricted, like you can't create a garment with an apprentice, and you can't hire a new worker without using a master in order to do it. And some spots on the board can only be had by players that used masters to create them. And each round's cards get better and better, giving you better actions or some endgame goals towards the end. So let's see if you can play your cards, hire workers, get some thread, and make some garments, and put them in the right areas at the right time to have the most prestige in the end. Now once you open this huge box, you have these 3 nice cloth bags that help hold all the tiles in the game. They're beautiful. And behind this, you have the expansion board for the jewelry expansion. Now behind those is this nice insert that keeps everything in place. So when you open the rest of the insert, you have these that actually come out and can hold components by the board. Also, there's wells for the cards. They can either fit in this way, unsleeved, or you can sleeve all the cards and put them down. They go all the way down to the bottom, and they fill up to the top, and they do all fit in here when they're sleeved. Now you have a double-sided, beautifully illustrated board by Ian O'Toole for the different player counts. And you get a better feel for it here as we zoom into the board just a bit. I love what he did with this part of the board. They're like little drawers that you're pulling out, and these are the different threads that you can use to, finish the dresses that people want to be made. And over here is the slots where you put all the cards in for the specific round that you're in. You can see the artwork on the cards. They made them a lot more realistic, a lot more diverse, and things like that. Now each player's tokens are different signatures, not only different colors, but different signatures, and that gives the game a little bit more of a flavor too. Now each player also now gets one of these holders where you place your thread, and you keep this secret from other players. They don't know which thread you have, but you can easily see and take them in and out, and they fit perfectly in here. And speaking of cool components, check out this first player gold thimble. Now the money in this game are these cardboard tokens, and I like that they're not just round, they have a cool little etched edges on them, but there is an add-on available. You can add on the metal coin pack. And the thread and the lace, the components of these are awesome in this game. Very detailed, and they feel great in your hands. Each player also gets their own player aid, which talks about the actions and things that you can do in the game. And it's where you put your cards and the cards that you've already played. The game also comes with a really nice player aid that has an overview of all the employee bonuses. And on the other side, it has all the information about the jewelry box expansion. The game also comes with a set of cards that's used in the solo mode. I'm not going to go into the detail with this, but you can play it with the base game or with the jewelry box expansion included with this deluxe edition. Now there's also some expert tailoring tiles. Now these do not come with the game, but they're also available as an add-on. And these are garments that when you rent them and put them on the board, you get special abilities like getting the Queen's favor and $5 as normal, or getting some thread for free, but they give you an additional bonus. All right, well, there's Rococo Deluxe, and this gets the Eagle Gryphon True Deluxe treatment. I mean, it comes in the huge box that you see in a lot of their Vittel Lacerda games. The inserts, beautiful, it got True Deluxe treatment for sure. Now the game in general, let's back up just a moment. I like this game because it's got a unique theme. I know some people don't want to play a game about making dresses, but I think it's, or garments, but I think it's cool. It's a unique theme, it fits the time period, and I enjoy the theme of this game a lot. The card play, I love that you're not only playing cards, but you're trying to figure out, once you get them through, you cycle through your deck, and you're trying to pick which 3 cards I'm going to use now, which means I'm going to have these other ones later. You're grabbing new cards over the course of the game, trying to figure out which ones to sort of send away and get out of the game so that it doesn't, clog up your hand. And I like that when you play the cards, there's certain restrictions, like you can't, make a garment with an apprentice, and you have to have a master to hire, things like that. I like that aspect of this the most. That's my favorite part of the game, is sort of the card play and the card sort of drafting. The tiles, I like that when you get those, you're either keeping them for the thread, or you're going to, turn them in for the resources of the lace in the thread itself instead of the colors. And I like that. You've got to decide right when you take them what you're going to do with those. Selling or renting dresses, that's a big thing too. If you sell it, you're going to make a lot of money. Sometimes you need a lot of money to do things. Other times you're going to be renting it so you can get maybe an ability on the board, but also trying to fight for those end game majorities, which is a huge part of the scoring. I like that the new cards come out each round. It gives you a different focus on the strategy. And I really like area majority in game, and this has that bonus, the bonuses of fighting over that throughout the game. Now, the original game I liked. I enjoyed it quite a bit, but I didn't play it too much because I felt like, for me, the last round or two, the cards that come out were the same every game. So you could pretty much go for a strategy right off the bat, knowing that card's going to get up. Now, granted, you got to be able to maybe take the queen the round before and get that card. But I'm not going to say the game would play itself because there's a lot of player interaction, but it was a little too predictable for me. The jewelry expansion that I barely touched on here in the overview, it fixes this problem for me because you cycle in a lot of the cards. I think it was the round 5 cards or whatever. Some of them get removed, shuffled and removed, and you add some of these in, so you're never quite sure what goals are going to be there. So it basically fixes that problem and makes the end game a lot more exciting for me. So I really like this, having the jewelry expansion. And sometimes I'd just rather have a deluxe version of a game I love than maybe buying a game that I might like. Who knows? On the negative side of things, the game is quite thinky at times. Every time somebody does something in front of you, you might have to rethink your turn. They might take the thread, might take the garment, might go somewhere, and there's a lot of thinking on your turn. So AP can be somewhat of an issue if you have players that have that, and with 5 players, it was just too much downtime. But other than that, this is just a fantastic version of a great game that I know many people love, and hopefully this video has helped you figure out if it's right and worth that big price tag for you, because there's definitely a ton of great things in this box. This has been the Game Boy Geek, breaking down barriers, growing relationships through board games by helping you find the next one you'll love. Lucky Duck Games has launched a brand new online shop and are offering you, my viewers, a special discount. During checkout, use promo code GameBoyGeek10 and you'll save 10% on the price of your games. On the Lucky Ducks game shop, you'll find exciting new releases such as Tang Garden, which I recently reviewed, and the link is below, and It's a Wonderful World, as well as award-winning games like Chronicles of Crime, which is one of my favorite cooperative games of all time, and Vikings Gone Wild. So why not visit LuckyDuckGames.com now and find something new to play?